Hello everyone, this is Ashish Sani from Innovate Yourself. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new video for Python series, and in today's session I am going to show you that how you can use the list comprehension in Python programming and also how it is going to take less time than the other for loop. So let's get started and let's see how we can use the list comprehension in Python programming. So to do that, what exactly we have to do is we simply have to take some variable equal to put the normal square brackets, right? So this is what I'm going to do right now. Now in here, as the name suggests, like this is inline for loop or the list comprehension. So in short, you can call this list comprehension as the inline for loop as well, just because in this you will be using a for loop to perform your task, or let's say to execute the query to generate the result for this, right? So this is all that we will be doing in here. Now let me show you what exactly I'm going to do in here. So let's say for I in, for now let's use a range function, and I want to store the value up to 10, right? Now what does this mean, what I have written over here, right? So here you can see for I in range this much. Now if you will consider this much, it is just like a normal for loop, right? So normal for loop is having this thing, and as per this, what you will be having a data from 0 to 9. So whatever value you will have from 0 to 9, that will be taken in use, and accordingly whatever you want to do with that data, that will be performed, that will be displayed over here. So in short, currently what I'm doing is, out of the range 0 to 9, I will be collecting all the data one by one, and that data will be directly returned back and will be stored inside this list. So this is what exactly I'm doing right now, right? Now let's do one thing, let's print A. Now let's run it. So can you see what is the output? So as per the for loop, whatever data I'm having in between the range 0 to 9, that is directly picked and that is directly stored over here, right? Now for example, now I don't want to store the data directly, and just take an example that suppose right now my indexing is starting from 0, but I want my indexing to be starting from 1. So in that case, what should I do? Let's do one thing. As per this, you will be having the range 0 to 9. As per this, whatever data you want to display, that will be displayed directly and will be stored inside a list. Now I have to update it, so I plus 1. So whatever value you will have here for I, that will be added with 1 and will be updated into the list. Now let's run it again. So can you see, now the indexing has been changed and now the first value is 1. So this is how what I can do, I can just change the data, I can just change the value with whatever data I'm having right now, right? So this is the way how I can do it. Now other than this, let's do some other things as well. Let's now put the condition, right? And what will be the condition? Now suppose out of this complete range, what I want, I only want the, let's say, even number values, right? So even number values I have to get, that means I have to put some condition. Now in the same way like I have used the for loop in just a single line, similarly we can use the conditional statements in just a single line. And now let me show you how we can do it. Now in here, I is the data as per this. Now output will be I also if I modulo 2 double equal to 0. Now what it is, I have put a condition. So for this condition, if this condition gets satisfied, then the output will be this, right? So output means you can say whatever will be the output, that will be added to the list which you have right now, like you can see in here, right? Now I have done this. Now just run it. Can you see the output is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. And in this way what I can do, I can just save the data into the list which I am having right now, right? So this is what I have done. Similarly, if you will change it to 1, so that means you will get all the odd values, right? So you can see 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So in this way you can have the complete data. Now right now I am only using the if statement That's the reason I am writing it just after this for loop. But if in case I am going to use if and else both, at that time I can't put it here. It should be like I if the condition, else whatever will be the output. Let's say I plus of 1, right? So if in case the data is like odd number, then I want the value to be in that format only, and if in case the value is an even number, then I just want to add 1 to it. So this is what I'm doing right now. Now let's run it. Can you see 1 1 3 3 5 5 7 7 9 9? Because now the even value, what I have done, I have just made that equal to the odd value, right? So this is what exactly I have done, and now I have this value over here, right? So currently getting this data as per the condition and as per the updations, whatever I am going to do, based on that, whatever will be the data, that is just an example to make you clear like how you can use the inline for loop, right? Or let's say the list comprehension in Python programming. So this is the way how you can use the list comprehension and how you can get the result faster. Now let's talk about the faster results. Now let's do one thing. Let me just compare the result. Let me just compare the time taken by the normal for loop and the for loop which I have just created right now, right? So I want the output in both the cases as same, but I want to see like how much time both will take, right? So that we can understand like which one is better for us. So for that, let me just write a code for it. Okay, so now what we have the comparison. So first one is this loop. So this loop is going to just put the conditions, and it is going to append the data into the list, and then you will be getting the result. Similarly, if I will check for the second one, which is the list comprehension or the inline for loop, at that time I will be doing it like this, and finally we will have the result as the same. Means I will be just displaying the list containing all the elements, right? So this is how I'm going to do it. So let's do one more thing. Let's put the comparison. Let's say print so y minus x is the time for this normal for loop, and z minus y is the time for inline for loop. Now let's compare that. Let's get the result for it. Now can you see I have the same results for both the loops which I have used, right? And in here you can see the time taken by the normal one is far better, far more than the inline for loop, right? Instead, currently you can see we just have go for the 10 data, or let's say for the 10 range. In that case we have this much difference, but if in case we will increase the range, so maybe the time taken will also change. So this is how you can see like the inline for loop is much faster than the normal for loop, and that is the reason why we prefer using the inline for loop over the normal for loop. So this is all about the list comprehension. Now I hope you have got a proper understanding for that, but still if you face any difficulties in understanding this topic, feel free to leave a comment below in the comment section. And also if you are new to our channel and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, do click on the subscribe button so that you do not miss any videos from our channel. And also you can hit the like button if you have liked this video. Thank you so much.